Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2017 general readings, and thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who may be with us for the first time. As always, thank you for continuing to watch, listen, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For all your support and feedback and comments, you guys are brilliant. Keep it coming. Love it. Thank you so very, very much. And to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings and keep me so very busy with those, thank you to you as well. I'm grateful and honored and blessed to have your trust in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. Thank you as well. And to my regular clients, a special thank you for allowing me to be a regular part of the unfolding of the chapters of your life, and for being so great with the consistent feedback and how our readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one private reading with me, live or recorded, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information, and my email address, which is maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a variety of readings: love and romance, compatibility chartings, career work and finance, year overviews, gift readings, channeled messages, and so on. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and schedule a reading almost always within 2 weeks. So remember, these are general readings, and there's many of you watching, thousands of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same, resonate the same, or to the same degree and intensity for everyone watching, because everybody's different, has different things going on in their lives. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos if you know them and if you can. They may resonate a little more predictively for you, but watching all three gives you just additional bits of insight and clarity into what's going on in your life for the time frame that a reading covers. The mid-month readings I'm going to be doing a little bit differently, mostly in terms of in an effort to shorten and streamline, make the mid-months a little more efficient. I typically pull 2 cards for each week at the beginning of the month generals, which is 8 cards, with an additional night card from the bottom of the deck. I'm going to continue to do that, but for the mid-month reading, since we're only looking at the last 2 weeks, it'll be just 4 cards with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and advice, to keep these videos a little more streamlined and efficient, as much as a general reading can be anyway. So moving right along, let's get into this. This reading is for Capricorn, the earth sign of Capricorn, for May 2017, mid-month. Let us see what is in store for our Capricorns for the remainder of May 2017, the last 2 weeks of this beautiful month of May 2017, mid-month for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. We find ourselves at the middle of May 2017 with the 9 of Wands, accompanied by the 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles, followed by the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the 2 of Wands. Okay, let's just take a look at this, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Sorry, just getting some additional messages flying in here. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's been an unexpected delay, setback, obstacle, challenge of some kind. Or there's been something that's happened rather recently. It could be that's been difficult, that's difficult for you to deal with. And I feel like it's kind of come unexpectedly, perhaps when you're close to being at the end of something, or just when you think things were going well. Because of this 3 of Swords, it could be heartbreak, like a breakup, or a problem within a relationship. It could be infidelity or cheating. If it's not relationship oriented, it could be just a major disappointment, or something that you thought you were going to get or thought you were working towards, which unexpectedly turned out not to be what you thought it was. And it's kind of made you question all this energy and time that you're putting into something, whether it's a relationship, regardless of the nature of that relationship, a job, a workplace, a project. Again, generals, you can only get so specific in generals because of, you know, of how many of you are watching, and I have to of course I have to stay true to what's being channeled. And really, I'm getting almost an even split here. So let's begin. We find ourselves around the middle of May 2017, Capricorn, with the energy of the Nine of Wands, followed by the Three of Swords. So Wands is fire energy. The energy of this suit manifests itself in a pretty fiery, dynamic, fluid, very forward-moving, action-oriented kind of way. It's about change, movement, action, power, and creating and building and manifesting. Nine of Wands, first of all, you're almost at the end of a journey. You're almost at the end of something. In a relationship, this could be... It could be that you don't have a specific goal in mind that you're almost at the end of, but that it's been going fairly well for you. The Nine of Wands, because tens represent the end of a cycle, so the Nine of Wands would represent something that has come up when you're close to being completed, close to completing something, or close to reaching kind of a branching off or going to the next level kind of situation. So the Nine of Wands represents staying strong and not giving up when you're close to being done, when you're in the home stretch. This man, he's a soldier, and he's been going along, fighting his war, fighting his battles, and doing pretty well, perhaps wounded, exhausted, tired, but he's still in there. He's still going along, and he's close to the end. He's close to finishing. We're already at the 9 here. But unexpectedly, there are this grouping of 8 wands behind him, and they represent a delay, an obstacle, a challenge, kind of unexpectedly. He wasn't expecting it, you know, being close to finishing his journey, and he's confused by it. He's taken a step back, not a full-blown retreat or withdrawal, just taking a step back and taking another look at it, getting a different perspective on it, trying to figure it out, not running away, not giving up because he's so close to being done. He's in the home stretch, trying to figure it out, maybe re-strategize so he can go in, get past it, and move on and complete his journey or go to the next level of his journey. So it's maybe an unexpected delay, obstacle, challenge, problem of some kind. This could be in a job or workplace environment. It could be a project you're invested in. For some of you, this could be a relationship, a love and romance relationship, or a relationship of another kind. And it could be that perhaps some problems have cropped up in this relationship, just, you know, when you thought you were getting close to maybe taking it to the next level or seeing what your goals, what you're setting some new goals for the relationship. Again, this may not resonate as a relationship reading, and it doesn't have to. This is about you're having invested, you're working very hard at something, a relationship, job, workplace, project, etc. Something that you've been putting a lot of yourself into, investing a lot of yourself into, and doing fairly well, and thinking you have a certain goal and thinking it's going a certain way, and all of a sudden there's this delay, obstacle, challenge of some kind. It's about taking a step back and figuring it out. Some of you, something has happened rather recently, whatever this is. For some of you, this may be painful or difficult to deal with, or very disappointing. That Nine of Wands is paired with the Three of Swords. Here we have air energy, which is the element which governs swords, and the energy of this suit is mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It originates more from here than from here. It's about our words and our ideas and how we communicate them. It's about our belief systems, outlook, perspectives, basically how we look at things, how we see things, what we think, what we feel, and how we communicate that. Swords is also about truth, illumination, clarity, sometimes health issues, higher education and learning as well, and honesty, truth. The Three of Swords can be a card of heartbreak, breakup, heartache, a pretty significant disappointment, again, a setback of some kind. So in relationships, it could mean a recent breakup, or when you really weren't expecting it, or maybe a problem has come up in the relationship that you weren't expecting. You were thinking that things were going along well, maybe getting ready to talk about going to the next level, and all of a sudden something's come up. Maybe your partner doesn't see things the same way you do, or doesn't have the same goals in mind. In a job or workplace situation, situation. This could be, thinking that you're moving along up the ladder a certain way, or you're working on a certain project, or maybe you're shooting for promotion or a step up or something, and all of a sudden it's come up and you're not getting it. You're not going where you thought you were going. In health issues, it can be the same thing. You were working on something, you're just having good health, and all of a sudden something has come up, and it's a real surprise. And how do we deal with this? And it feels, for some of you, it's very emotional, challenging, difficult to deal with. There is a question about not just giving up and running away. Some of you may make a decision to walk away or to explore something different, but I feel like it shouldn't be spontaneous. You need to kind of take a step back, as is in this Nine of Wands energy. Look at the situation, maybe re-strategize and figure out how to get through it, or if you want to get through it. If you make a decision to walk a different path, it needs to be, a decision that comes after a period of reflection and assessment as well. Now, around the fourth week or so of May, time being somewhat fluid, give or take a few days, we have the energy of the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Cups in reverse. So the Two of Pentacles is earth energy. That's the element which governs this suit, and the energy of this suit is earthly energy. And it often manifests itself in tangible earthly ways, things we can see and touch and feel in the day-to-day concrete world we live in. Often the energy of the suit manifests or represents things like money, finances, job, career, property, assets, real estate, tangible see, touch, feel things, or the tangible results of efforts we put into something. The Two of Pentacles technically is a pretty good card. It's a card of success or doing fairly well. It's a card that represents doing fairly well as a result of the effort you're putting into something, and maybe juggling quite a bit to achieve it, making it look kind of effortless from the outside, even though it is taking all your attention and focus. It could represent, juggling a lot of different things, being really busy, being successful at keeping things in the air, although it is taking all of your attention and concentration. It can also represent visible benefits, visible results from perhaps unorthodox methods that you're using to get something done. But you're keeping things in the air, which requires a lot of attention, focus, concentration. You're investing a lot of yourself into it. Now, it's paired with and I feel like whatever this situation is that you've been disappointed at or hurt somehow, you may have been putting a lot of yourself into it, juggling a lot of things, trying to keep a lot of things in the air, and for some reason something's come up and it's making you question whether or not it's worth continuing. For some of you, whatever the setback or delay or challenge is causing you to have to juggle more in your life, which is also taking a lot out of you. And it's affecting your baseline foundation of happiness and your sense of abundance and well-being, particularly in terms of feeling comfortable in your own physical surroundings, maybe material and financial surroundings, or feeling like you don't have time to indulge yourself like you would like to, or do the things that you'd like to do that make you feel good, because that Two of Pentacles is paired with a Nine of Cups in reverse. In the upright position, so Cups is water energy. That's the element which governs this suit. So this suit is a watery mercurial energy, and it often manifests in the emotional area of our life, which is a watery mercurial energy. Emotions are very fluid. They go up and down. The emotional landscape of our life, our feelings and relationships, all different kinds of relationships, basically what our emotional landscape is and how that translates into how we relate to people. The Nine of Cups in the upright position is often referred to as the wish fulfillment card, having your dreams come true, having everything that you want in kind of a physical, self-indulgent way, having more than enough to eat, more than enough to drink. Your physical surroundings are comfortable. There's a sense of abundance and prosperity and a generosity with that, wanting to share it with everyone. Your cups are overflowing and you have enough to share with everyone, and you want to share with everyone. In the reverse position, which is how you've got it paired with this Two of Pentacles, the story's going to split off, as I always say. There's a lot of you watching. It's going to resonate in different ways, different areas of your life. But it fundamentally comes down to, I've been doing all this stuff. I've been juggling and working so hard, and this has come up and it's not what I thought it was. Or, whatever has gone wrong or has come up is causing me to have to juggle all these things. And I'm not feeling happy. I'm not feeling abundant. I'm not feeling like I have the time or the effort, or, it's what I was hoping to get back from myself it's not there, or it's not coming in the time frame or the manner in which I wanted it to. So there's a sense of kind of taking a step back and taking a look at it and making a decision based on that. And how you make this decision and coming to the right decision leads into your overall energy and advice, which is the Two of Wands. We're still pretty early on in the path here. We're just at the 2. This man has come to a crossroads, which is kind of where you find yourself at this situation. Which path do you choose? Do I go left or do I do right? Do I stay? Do I leave? What do I do? The key to choosing the right path and what's going to help clarify the right path for you is in long-term thinking and planning. That's what the Two of Wands is about. It's about looking ahead. Okay, take a step back. Try not to let the emotions of the situation make a decision for you. Take a step back. Look down the road a ways. What do I really want out of this situation? What's my long-term goal, my long-term vision? What do I really want? Is it possible for me to still obtain that in this? If I continue investing, of myself and my time and my love and my whatever into this, is it going to help further me towards this ultimate goal that I want? If not, then you need to make a decision perhaps on choosing a different path or doing something different than what you have been doing. For some of you, the answer is going to be yes, and for some of you, it's going to be no. But the key is looking down the road, taking a step back, putting the emotions over here, and taking a practical look ahead. What do you really want? And then taking a look at the situation that comes up and see what fits where, and it'll make that path you have to choose a lot clearer. Maybe not necessarily easier, because sometimes choosing to walk a different path is difficult to do, even though we know it's better for us. But that's the advice. Take a step back. I think it's really about taking the next couple of weeks to kind of deal with the emotions, get yourself balanced and grounded, look at the situation again, maybe get a different perspective, maybe talk to a trusted friend or advisor, and look at what your long-term goals are, what you really want out of this, to make a decision whether or not to continue doing things the way that you have, if you need to choose a different path, or stay on this path but do things in a different way. So Capricorn, that pretty much wraps up your May 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope that it has given you some food for thought, or maybe helped you think about how to navigate over the next couple of weeks of May and into June a bit too. Again, if any of you are interested in a private one-on-one personal reading with me, you can click on that About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. You can also find me through that same email address on PayPal for those of you who feel so inclined to donate any amount, $1 or $2, in support of my channel. I am saving up for a new computer and audio system. This one is getting quite old, to make my channel more streamlined and more efficient. And thank you so very much for those of you who have and continue to donate. Even $1 or $2 really makes a difference in the long run. So thank you very much for that. It's a humbling and welcome gift, and it's always gratefully and graciously appreciated. So I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the June 2017 general readings. And until then, as always, Capricorn, I do wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.